So it started out with this tweet right here, which got me pretty angry. So, Pro Wrestling Finesse said, Sami Zayn winning his match was the correct move, and the next time he's in Saudi, he's taking the Royal Rumble home. The world title is coming. So basically, it's these, usually it starts out with the British marks and just spread statewide, but no, it's these marks promoting that Sami Zayn needs to be the next guy. They're trying to force it. Like, they're pretty much saying that Sami needs to win Royal Rumble 2026 so he can get his WrestleMania shot. It's sad. It's really sad that they're forcing this shit. And even some of the fans are saying, Sami hater, shut the fuck up. He deserves to push so much. He's one of the kindest on the roster. Who fucking cares about being kind? That doesn't matter. He has done so much for the WWE. He has brought so many up and is loved by legends also. He has a great in-ring, so much character. We love you, Sami. Yeah, who doesn't love the staleless fuck ska guy that fucking didn't even get over back in 2015? We're still rolling with the fucking ska guy gimmick.
I mean, yeah, they're still going with it. It's like they can't bring themselves to believe that Sami Zayn just is not a star. He's not. Like, he's not a top merch seller. He's not a ticket mover. Who the fuck is clamoring for him to be a world champion? I swear to God, if they do that, that may kill off what casual fan base they have. Like, what little teeny tiny casual fan base they have, I think will say, you know what, peace, I'm out, fuck this shit.
You have to understand, if you put people like Sami Zayn at the top of the mountain, it's only a doorway for even weaker people like Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, work rate midgets to step in and take the top spot. Because I guarantee you, these fans are clamoring for something like Ilya Dragunov versus Gunther or Johnny Gargano at a WrestleMania main event. It will open up the gateway for even weaker, more pathetic guys. Because at the very least, I can say Sami Zayn, he's a decent actor. I'll give him that. He's not terrible on the mic. In ring, he's not bad. But the thing about him is he's never really had a character. He's never had, besides El Generico, he's never had something that the fans could get behind, you know? He's always just been, I'm ginger liberal sympathizer Sami Zayn. Love me because I cry about politics. I'm sorry, no. You need something to stand upon. And that's the thing, too, is that all these wrestlers are proven, hey, the more political you are, especially on the left side, the more love you will get online and the more they will want for you to be a top contender or a world champion. That's why you see people like Sami Zayn and CM Punk being pushed so heavily down your throats. It has a lot to do with politics, not so much about the wrestling ability.
No, I think a lot of it is to do about politics. And I think for them, I think a lot of them respect for what he did in NXT Black and Gold, and I think they're going back to that. They believe in him. They've been a fan of him for a long time, and so they want him to be the world champion. That is absurd. No, if you're going to be a world champion, that means that you're now the hood ornament of the company. You're now going to be on all the posters, like front and center. You're going to potentially be even on the video game cover. It's a ridiculous look to have a guy that looks like a fucking barista as your world champion. You cannot do that and then have business go well. It will go down south. I promise you, I'm predicting this now. I'm predicting it now. If they put the world title on any one of them, Ross, it doesn't matter. Put any one of those titles on Sami Zayn, whatever show that he's on will get record low viewership. Period.
Oh yeah. Even if you make him like SmackDown World Champion and nobody watches that show, even if you put him over there, it's going to be one of those things that crashes the show completely. Like, you thought Cody was a bad champ? No. Sami he's going to be right up there with Kofi Kingston, with Seth Rollins, as one of the worst world champions that we've had in the modern era. The main reason why, too, is because of the believability factor. When you look at a guy like this, that you see hobos on the street that look tougher than this dude, you cannot... And scarier, too, have more intimidating. Because that's the thing, is about Sami Zayn, yeah, he looks like a hobo, but he looks like a friendly hobo that would offer to blow you, you know? He doesn't look like a tough hobo that would be screaming at you from across the street, you know? That's not the vibe you get from Sami. He's a very friendly hobo, and I can't take that seriously, especially when you don't work out, bro. You got the saltwater taffy body, you're skinny and flabby, yet at the same time, you got this just disgusting fucking beard. I'm surprised it doesn't have like bits of pea and corn in it. The hair is just scraggly as fuck. He should, like, if I were a booker straight up, I would make him a bum. I would make him a bum who fucking got mad at society and refuses to live by the normal means. He will take a WWE paycheck, but he lives on the street. He fucking eats out of dumpsters. Hobo Sami Zayn is the only way that you can push him. Only way.
The friendly hobo Sami Zayn.
Yes. Only way.
Like, because at least that's a character. It's fun. It's goofy. Is it offensive? Yes, to some people, but dang it, I find entertainment in it. I think they should do it. Unfortunately, with Noseman, he's like, no, he was the first guy that I ever crowned as NXT World Champion at the very first takeover. So because of all of that, I'm going to shove him up your ass and down your throat. And there's not a damn thing you can do about it. Well, until I get fired.
Pretty much. Well, at that point, you know what? Might as well go full retard. Let's just bring in Gutta Stank. And let's go ahead and bring in Spare Change and have a hobo faction. You know, just go full on fucking retard if that's the point.
Wait, they got to have a female in the faction. Who's it going to be? Who would you pick?
I would take the Nikki Cross character, Insanity, but just full on make her like a garbage crotch. You know, like just I'm talking to the point where she has like simulated flies coming out of her crotch, like a just a really dirty, disgusting, like scuzzy, greasy haired fucking meth bitch. You know, you get the point.
Oh, dude, you see, I love it. Like, they need to go, like, do something like that. Have fun. Have a little bit of insensitive fun. Well, but unfortunately, they can't because the marks are going to go, oh my God, Sami Zayn is an amazing wrestler, and he's so No, Sami Zayn is a fucking goofy hobo.
Well, and he could still be an amazing wrestler, but now he actually has a marketable gimmick that'll sell T-shirts. That's the difference.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I'm looking right now. I'm looking for any Sami Zayn merch. I'm not seeing any. Yeah,
because nobody wants to wear ska shit in 2025. Nobody. Like they still have not found a way to merch this guy. They still haven't given him anything over. Like at least with Kevin Owens, they found ways to merch him. You know, with Sami Zayn, they still have not found a way to merch this guy to make any money off of him. It's just free jack off material for Triple H. That's what it is at this point.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what it is. It's just that he believes in him because I think what it is ultimately at the end of the day is that Triple H believes in him because he made him.
Absolutely, and that's what a lot of it has to do with too. It's like, I made him. He's my star, therefore he's the star that's going to be shoved down your throat. And that's how it is with Triple H. You'll find out that a lot of these people getting shoved down your throat nowadays, all of them graduated from NXT Black and Gold, the original. All of them, every single one of them that is getting shoved down your throat. So, and they were all in top spots too when Triple H was running it. So that tells you right there. So it's the type of guy we're dealing with. So, you know, Triple H, one thing I like about this guy right now is that he just keeps on feeding the trolls whether he realizes it or not. So recently he posted, you know, his acknowledgement of 4th of July. And he got a lot of backlash for it. So, yeah, happy 4th of July. Was promoting a SmackDown. And the fans went off. Talking about Juneteenth, Black History Month post. No Pride Month. Can't talk about that.
I mean, hey, for just real quick, for any anti-smart out there defending Triple H from these SJW psychos, you live by the marks, you die by the marks. You book for the marks, you die by the marks. Triple H brought this upon himself for who he's been booking to and building the roster for. So don't have any sympathy for Triple H at all. He brought it upon himself.
Gotta love it. So, like it's all the way fuck you now. Like it wasn't just kind of all the way now. Now it's all the way. So, go eat it. You know? Right? No, they can't because they're fucking marks. They're addicted to this shit. Go eat a fucking dick, yet you'll still watch WWE. Be afraid horror. That shit you said to Booker T came from your heart, not a script. I agree with you. Savannah said, MAGA company through and through, LMFAO sickening. You're just now figuring this out, you fucking idiots. TKO, come on. You forgot something. Like, when has Triple H ever promoted Pride Month? I mean, especially for the people like, yeah, you definitely get it. He's never going to promote Black History Month. Never has. But when has he ever really promoted Pride Month? At least he makes a black world champion. When's the last time he made a gay world champion? Not like I want to see it, but I'm just making a point here, you know?
I mean, you know, fair point. I mean, you know, look at, well, the only time you could point to is like, what about Shayna Baszler that one time in NXT? Yeah, he gave her a run with it. It was like, good God, is she boring? I mean, she's even too boring for my standards. And so, like, Triple H knows what the fuck he's doing. And unfortunately, there are so many marks out there that hate Vince McMahon so much, and they stuck by Triple H for so long when he was giving us those boring-ass takeovers that were massively overhyped, that they can't turn on the guy. They just don't want to turn on him. Even though they know what he's doing is ruining the company, they can't turn on him.
They refuse to. It's because it would basically be them admitting that they were wrong, and that's something that dumb marks don't like doing. because they're already self-conscious about their stupidity, so they don't like admitting when they're wrong, obviously in a situation like this. So Black History Month, nothing. Pride Month, nothing. I don't see color, I see talent. My God, the most retardedly racist thing you've ever said, and you have been racist your entire life. You just now realizing that? No Men's Health tweet? What? But said nothing about Juneteenth. And then last but not least, also you skip Black History Month and Pride Month on purpose. Embarrassing behavior as a boss. Was all this for Black History Month? Triple K. This ain't eat. This ain't eat, Chief. You didn't acknowledge MLK Day, Black History Month, Pride Month, or Juneteenth, but acknowledge today we're noticing. What independence? My ancestors were still slaves in 1775, so they're not letting this shit slide with him. And this is just literally a 16th of the hate that was on there. It was so much hate underneath that post.
And I would just point this out to all those smarks out there. Vince had all of this when he was running the company. Vince celebrated Black History Month. Vince celebrated Pride Month, unfortunately. Vince did this, and you gave him nothing but shit.
Oh, they said he was just a corporate dick sucker back in the day, just doing what he had to do for his corporate ties and sponsors, and he didn't really mean it. And it was just Stephanie, she was the one helping that out. They would never give credit to Vince McMahon for doing that, because they don't want to give credit to him. But they want to give credit to Triple H for useless tag title wins like this. What the fuck does this do for anybody? Giving these fools the tag team titles. Like, what does this do for the division? Just because JD's healthy, I give him the belts again? What's the point?
I think it's just putting the titles on people he believes in. He believes in Finn Balor. He believes in Blockhead Baylor. He believes in them. So he's just putting the titles on black and gold schmucks. That's all he's doing. And it's unfortunate because there's so many talents on that roster that could use the rub, that could use a title to help prop them up a little bit. I mean, the prop can prop people up 100%. If you take, The Miz and you put a world title on him, that elevates him. Same thing with Dolph Ziggler. It would elevate him when they did that. So, and then you could fall right back down, without the prop. But still, this is Triple H showing you who his favorites are and who's loyal to him, and this will work so long as there's momentum going for people to buy tickets to the shows, and that momentum is stalling out quick.
It is, and that's the thing too, is this does not help. But in these guys as tag champions does not help your product at all, because it's just boring shit. Neither of these guys have characters. They're like the least like people in Judgment Day. It's just another thing that we say about Triple H, is that it really feels like he knows that his end is coming, so he's trying to do everything he can to put over people he believes in, people that he made, people who he perceives to be stars, even though they're not. So, through titles, he's shoving these failures down our throats. So away it goes. Another failure that debuted just recently, Hikuleo is officially now known as Tala Tonga. So when Michael Cole was stumbling over his words at the desk and didn't know what he was called, it's because probably Triple H didn't even know the name at this point. He probably figured it out on Monday. Just call him Tala Tonga. Close enough.
And they did a similar kind of thing with Blake Monroe when she debuted. Like, it's because they couldn't say Mariah May. They said, it's. They didn't have I bet they didn't have the fucking name for him.
Well, at that point, you just say, "Oh my, I cannot believe that she's here. Look at this debut." And she's an they always used to say this back in the day. They're an international superstar that has wrestled all over the world, and now they finally come to WWE. It's like, that's all you really have to say. You don't even have to say a name.
No, I mean, you let them go introduce themselves on the mic. They won't.
Yeah, that's how it goes. So, Noseman, in all his infinite wisdom, is packing Survivor Series as much as he possibly can to get people to go to the San Diego show. We're not going to go because Triple H is a very awful booker. The tickets are probably going to be astronomical. And not only that, I just don't feel like going to a show with a bunch of smarks, And it's just my brother and I. We're going to get drowned out by all these fucking smart dickhead fans that they got now. And even then, I don't think it's going to get a good showing. Good venue. I like Petco. I like Petco Park, but even with you guys stacking the deck with quote unquote all your stars, I mean, they're having to bring back Reigns for this one. It's going to be a failure of a show because there's no clear cohesion in these wars that is going on right now. John Cena had Sami Zayn and Pentagon Jr. come out to his side. How does that make any sense?
It doesn't make any sense. Honestly, to me, it seems like they're scrambling to find anything that's gonna, pop a ticket sale or anything. To me, it feels like they're just flailing around.
It's them just throwing shit against the wall. I think a lot of it has to do with what we said because of this insane schedule that TKO has put on Triple H. That he's being stretched thin. I think that's what it is. I think he's being stretched real thin, and he's trying to cram all this shit in time. You're gonna see a shitty bloodline match, that's for certain. You're gonna see John Cena's faction take light, so he'll probably be getting some muscle here by SummerSlam or something. It's not interesting. It's not exciting. This is what we can expect from Triple H, though, is shit games. So there it is. But I will say something that's good, though. Roman Reigns had another child coming into the world, so congratulations, Roman. Very good thing right there. So Roman, we've covered on the previous news that he got a role in Street Fighter. He got cast as Akuma. Well, it now is to the point where they are getting desperate, and they were talking to Cody Rhodes, and I don't know if he was sucking like mad dick backstage or whatever, but he got the role. So he got cast as Guile in Street Fighter, which just tanks any sort of expectations I have for the movie whatsoever. So if you want to take a look at the cast, here's the cast right here. So Momoa is pretty much him and 50 Cent are pretty much the two biggest stars in the movie. It doesn't look great now that you see the casting. I gotta say, it doesn't look too great. It honestly looks like the first Street Fighter with Jean-Claude Van Damme, and Raul Julia just blows the sweat out of the water. So
this is going to look like that live action remake of Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, that was so bad. That was so bad.
I know.
Yeah, that could very well be the case, man. Well, just to think about it, just with what we got here, this could actually be worse than the original Street Fighter movie that came out, and that was awful. Like at the very least, like we had a really awful Super Mario Brothers movie back in the day with God, it had like Dustin Hoffman in it, I believe. No, not Dustin Hoffman. Anyways, it had some top level actors in it, and then this day and age, we get an actual good Super Mario Brothers movie. So hopefully they do the same with Street Fighter, but from what we can see, man, not looking like it. Not looking like it at all. Sad.
Nah, I mean, it's looking. I mean, 50 Cent is Bull Rock. I mean, come on.
Right.
Come on. It's going to be some cheap looking garbage, like everything Hollywood puts. Well, like most of what Hollywood puts out now. There are some good things from time to time, but this is going to be fucking garbage. When Cody Rhodes is Guile, come on. No, it's going to be garbage. It's going to suck. I'm stamping it with the garbage stamp right now. It's just going to be garbage.
Stinks like shit.
Stinks like shit.
You can expect that. So something else that stinks like shit is these events. They're not selling out. So this is a really big failure on WWE. So they put Saturday Night Main Event and Evolution stacked together, and from what I've heard online, there was even a ticket package where they were offering, I believe, 50% or something if you got Evolution and Saturday Night Main Event tickets. They were offering a discount if you go in on both events. They're doing anything they can to get tickets for Evolution, but nobody wants to go to Evolution. And here's what it's looking like right now. So available tickets, $1,578. Current setup is for $6,652. Not a very big setup at all. We'll see what happens. It might be one of those things where they're going to have to be tarping off a bunch of seats. That's just how it's looking. I mean, especially when you got the tickets are this cheap too, $56. This is pretty cheap for a WWE event.
That's not a big venue either. Like 6,000. Like that's like a small Monday Night Raw now. That's not much.
Well, and that's the thing too. Is I could have swore State Farm was a lot bigger. I mean, isn't it like a 20K seat arena?
Let's find out.
Something like that.
I'm going to look it up right now. State Farm Arena capacity. Oh yeah. Oh, by more, it's more than double. Like they've got a total capacity of 16,888 seats. Yeah, they're tarping this motherfucker off, and the fucking entrance stage is not going to be blocking off 10,000 fucking seats. Come on.
Wow. That is so bad. That's so bad. This is going to be looking really bad. But you know what? The talent are already putting the blame elsewhere because this is what they have to do. You know, they're crybabies. So, the talent are reportedly unhappy with how Evolution has come together. So, talent are reportedly feeling set up that the show has been put on All-In Weekend, which it's not. It's like what is it? Evolution is on the 13th, and isn't All In 1 week after or 2 weeks after, something like that? It's not the same week.
No. I believe it's the same fight. It's July 12th, right? Evolution 2. I'll look it up right now. I believe that's the case.
When is All In?
July 12th.
All In is July 12th?
I believe so.
Let's just double check here.
Yeah, before we.
Because I swore it was late July.
Okay, Evolution's on July 13th. Oh, Saturday night's main event is on July 12th.
Okay, but when is All In?
July 12th, I believe. Let me look at all.
I'm looking. Yeah, July 12th. Okay. So my mistake on that. It is the same week. We just had to just figure that out.
Crazy.
But here's the thing, though. It's like you should already know by now that WWE counter promotes everything. Everything.
Oh, yeah.
And how bad is it? I didn't realize that Saturday Night main event was on the same night as this shit too. Wow, I thought it was a 1 day difference.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think there's an NXT PLE.
Oh my god,
day as well. Let me just make sure.
That's why you have nobody go to your shows. You stretch them too thin.
Oh my God, the motherfuckers! They're having NXT Great American Bash, Center Stage Theater, Atlanta, Georgia. Those motherfuckers. So like, they can't play the victims here because they literally have not one, not two, 3 events on that weekend.
Wow, that's awful. For WWE to be doing 3 events, then AEW is doing an event. I didn't know it was that oversaturated. I could have swore that I heard that All In was later on in the month. But no, the fact that it is, in fact, on the same date now, confirmed as Evolution and Saturday Night Main Event. And then you got Great American Bash either that day or right before that. That's overkill. This is the reason why you're getting nobody to go to these shows, is because people can only afford to go to a couple. Don't matter if you do a combo package. Especially with a live event. You really think people want to go to 2 live events at the same day? Most people don't even want to do a double feature for a movie. What makes you think that they're going to want to do that for a live event? Stupid.
Oh, I mean, well, and like they're not. Well, and the other thing too is that they're going to have a harder and harder time affording all this. Even if they really wanted to go, they're going to have a harder and harder time. And look, we're seeing fans now complaining more and more about the ticket prices. We're seeing fans complain more and more about the booking. This honeymoon phase that TKO had, it's going to come to an end eventually. The shit's about to hit the fan, and what's going to happen is that creative is going to have to be the thing that they put a lot of attention on and fix, because that's the main problem. The reason why they're not selling out these venues like they used to, why Evolution is the 6,000 seat arena or 6,000 seats when they have 16,000 available, is because it's the fucking creative. You even have the wrestlers, as we showed, complaining about they're not happy about how it's all coming together. Because the booking is awful under Triple H. Something has to change, and unfortunately, nothing is going to change as long as Nick Khan is in the position that he's in. Either Nick Khan has to fire Triple H, or they both need to go.
That's how it's got to be, man. You got to have a major change if you're going to see something happen in WWE, or else it's just going to get worse like it is. We just see it constantly denigrate and get worse and worse and worse. But you know what, though? At least these women have something to look forward to, because, the Evolution line of clothing is going to be hitting up Big 5 very soon. Buy 5 for $5. So all the shit that they ain't going to sell at this event, you're probably going to find at Big Lots and then later on at Dollar Tree at a cheap price. So snag it up a month later or so. That's what I would do. If you need something to wipe your ass, like you're running out of toilet paper, just go to Big 5, get one of these. You can throw it in the wash. All the smarks do it, so
Yeah. No, it's like Dollar Tree, like when they have like a bunch of shit that they need to get rid of. What they'll do is they'll take like a shopping cart and just pack it full of like broken merchandise and like discarded shit that they find. 25 cents for a half-eaten Snickers bar 5-pack. Like you're gonna see that in there, but it's gonna be 3 for $1.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those things where you're going to see hobos buying it for toilet paper, not to wear out on the street. Because if they wear it out on the street, they would even get bullied by other fellow homeless people. So they know that. They know at this point that something like that can only be used to wipe your ass. That's it. Or blow your nose if you're Triple H. Either way.
Blow your nose, wipe your ass, or maybe it's a 2-for-1 thing with them. But this is the problem with all this. It's the booking. You take it back to square one. It's the booking. If the booking for Evolution was fucking amazing and awesome, I don't think they'd have problems selling tickets. I don't think the wrestlers would be complaining. But unfortunately, with who's in charge, Triple H, you're going to get what you're getting now until shit changes, and that may mean Triple H getting fired. In fact, it will mean him getting fired, and it may even mean Nick Khan getting fired if he's going to stick by him because he's his good old buddy old pal. Shit needs to change, and, hopefully it does.
Yeah, you can only hope that it does. I mean, it's you figure it's got to get better before it gets worse, but I think that we've only begun to scratch the surface, especially with all these stars just whining on Twitter all the time. One of them is Rhea Ripley, but I will give Rhea Ripley credit. She's actually got a pretty decent arm on her. Take a look. I mean, not bad for an uncoordinated demon worshiper. I'll give her that.
Not bad. You got to put a little bit more spiral on the ball, but you know what? Not bad. Not bad at all. I mean, you see those kangaroo arms and those fucking bodybuilder shoulders she got. I mean, you'd think she'd be able to throw it a little bit better, but not bad. Not bad.
She's one of the weakest bodybuilder gimmick chicks that I've ever seen in my entire life. Just that should not be her gimmick. You just, if anything, go with the Dark Priestess gimmick or some shit like that. We can't buy you as a powerhouse, especially when you struggle to lift up Io Sky. Shit don't work out like that.
Like, give that ball to Bianca Belair. That thing will be like sticking through the wall.
No, she's strong shit, her and Jay Cargill. But you know who else has some strength, and I will say it is in the right gimmick, is Naomi. So recently she was showing off what could possibly be her new gimmick. What are you doing? Remember how back in the day we were talking about the kleptomaniac gimmick for Emma? I'm thinking Naomi could fucking rock that shit. I'd love to see her just like walk into a Target with a giant bag and just start taking shit. And if they got a problem, she's like, "Bitch, I'm fucking Naomi. Back the fuck off."
Pull the race card too, like,
yes,
hey, you is racist for accusing me of stealing, and then like shit falls out of her bag.
Yes. That would be magic. I'm telling you, it would be magic.
Great.
But you know what though, the fan. I'm sorry. Please go for it.
No, it reminds me of that scene in Futurama with Bender's like, "Ooh, officer, there must be some kind of mistake," and you got like shit falling out of his sweater that he stole. Like that's what it reminds me of. Like, there's so much fun that they could be having. Honestly, looking at that, I think the wrestlers want to have fun more than anything, and they are bored to fucking tears with what Triple H is booking.
Right, and that's why, like, for example, with Naomi there, she's trying something on her own. I guarantee you that's not any sort of direction from creative. A lot of these stars are having to go and do their own shit on the side on their own social media just to even have character development. So, no, I feel that's probably her idea, and I think it's a good idea. I just want to see all of these wrestlers have some sort of identifiable gimmick. The fact that she's going on from just being boring glow girl to kleptomaniac, I support that. Go for it, 100%, so.
Oh, absolutely.
Something that is not well supported by the wrestling fans is Tiffany Stratton recently. So there's a fan that said something to her at ringside, and she replied, and it got everybody pissed off.
You're keeping it warm for Naomi. Keep it warm. 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 Keep it warm.
Oh, hey. Oh, hey. What do you think Triple H said to her once she got back in Gorilla?
That's my girl. I'm so proud of you. Come here. Give Papa a hug. And let's do another selfie with the wrestler picture. See, I'm gonna book you strong.
It's like, dude, and notice she started getting pushed after she dated Kaiser, and I think Triple H is like, oh, all right, she's not another dumb Barbie. She dates the German white guys. I like that.
Well, and look what he did with Kaiser.
Yeah,
you know what the gimmick that he's got now?
He's now supposedly El Grande Americano, but we have proof that it's actually somebody else. We'll show you that later on the news.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's. I mean, I don't want to see her get buried because she's one of the few good talents they got. So, please don't bury her. Yeah, and I didn't see it spread much further, but just we got to watch out for her. They could bury her at any moment. They could do to her what they did to Tessa Blanchard, and no one wants to see that for her.
Well, especially remember what happened with that one Jay Cargill clip. She was heavily demonized for that shit. And she was just like, dude, I didn't even create this. I just retweeted it. So trust me, these fans are looking for any reason to hate her. I firmly believe that. So, I don't know. I think a lot of it just has to do, she's a Southern girl, dude. Southern people, they say that shit. I don't think she meant it in any sort of derogatory fashion.
Is she Southern? Because I could have swore she was from Minnesota.
Okay, I just always got a Southern vibe from her. It could be. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
Either way, though, I want to mention, though, about Linda McMahon. So she recently said something very powerful. She's working for Trump, as you all know. Had to address what was going on with all these female athletes that were just being disrespected.
The university will be sending a personal apology to every female athlete who is forced to compete against a man.
That's something that I never thought I would see. Apology is one good thing, and now just banning them from all competition, that'd be another nice step. So let's see it happen, man. I really hope that this is one thing that comes forth with the administration, is just making everything fair again. I just want to make everything fair again. That's it.
Well, just back, can we just get back to where we weren't fucking crazy, where we were having dudes in women's sport? Come on, you don't need to have Nyla Rose on your fucking roster. Now, I'll give AEW credit for one thing: we haven't seen Nyla Rose in 2 years? It's been a while.
How did you want a man become a real thing?
I know.
It was satire. It was a spoof. And even you think back in the day with In Living Color, Jim Carrey, he was playing that workout chick, that people couldn't find out if it was a guy or a girl. Time for Androgyny with Pat on SNL. It's you used to be able to joke around with it. Now they take it so freaking... Yeah, Mrs. Doubtfire, they take it so seriously now. It's really bad. Though I will say, though, that things have gotten bad for Ric Flair. So keep your prayers out for the guy. He's going through surgery. I don't know what the fuck happened to him, but that's crazy. Just got cut down the middle. God.
It looks like one of Leatherface victims. Good God.
That looks like a colostomy bag sticking out. So, yeah, shit is... more than anything, Rick, man, you can't drink forever. The shit is not life elixir. It is poison. It will fucking kill you. Stop drinking. I know it's fucking hard, but, dude, just go into rehab. Get an intervention. Do something to stop. It is literally killing you at this point.
You gotta put down the bottle for once. I mean, come on. I mean, what do you want to die at 80? I mean, it's a long-lived life, and congratulations. But come on, put down the bottle for once, Rick. I mean, you look like a fucking booze hound. You don't need to actually be one.
Yeah, anytime you start getting like the liquor nose going, you start getting the yellow eyes, the purple vessels, you need to quit, man. You're obviously poisoning yourself, so take care of yourself, man. I will say, though, that Ron Simmons has been taking care of himself. I mean, dude, his bicep is just as big as Danny Trejo. Look at his size. This fucker could be a fucking world champion with size like that,
Good God, I mean... It's bigger than the fucking door. Look at that bicep. Good God.
I know. He's still hitting the weights. So good for Ron, still looking intimidating. So good for him. In AEW, though, things are happening. It depends if you're a fan or not. This is definitely a bad thing, though. They're facing a lot of shit in Texas. They're supposed to have record high heats that weekend. So that's something to keep in mind, And how bad is it that dude, we were talking about covering All In. We didn't even know when the fuck it is. That's how bad they've done it fucking promoting the show.
I know, because they really need to do a better job with the promoting. It honestly reminds me a lot of TNA, where they would have the same problem. They just would not promote any of their shit, and you would just have to go and find it out on your own, which is fucking stupid. It's like you've got a team of people that, whose job this should be, and unfortunately... the Young Bucks should not be those people. That's probably why AEW is in the fucking shit fest it is now. I'm curious right now. I want to see what the weather is going to look like in Arlington, Texas on that day. So I got AccuWeather pulled up. The 12th. 92 degrees, real feel 101.
Well, and you got to think, too, about all the bad shit that's going down in Texas right now, man.
Damn.
Yeah, especially with all the stuff that's going down, all the missing kids.
Thoughts and prayers. I mean, guys,
absolutely.
Send your prayers to everybody that's being affected by the flood in Kerr County, because it's crazy what we're seeing. Please send your prayers, and if you can help in any way, do so. They need it right now.
Absolutely, they need all they can get. So yeah, definitely keep them in your prayers, folks. But I will say though that with AEW, somebody has definitely been, they definitely been eating not so much vitamins, but they're doing a lot of prayers. And we're talking about Chris Jericho. So he's been talking about how his new diet is not to lift at all, just eat right.
All diet now.
Yeah, really.
A lot of bike riding, a lot of kickboxing. I don't lift weights anymore because my joints really can't take that. So you kind of morph into what you can do for staying in shape, But like I said, I think when you get older, diet's very important. So
We do have
we saw him at a point where he was looking all sucked up, but obviously he's getting back to being Fat Jericho, which is good. Fat Jericho equals ratings. So, that's what he needs to realize. It's like, we don't care if you're bulked up on roids, dude. Just be fat. Just make sure we can laugh at you.
Just be Fat Chris Jericho. Be the deli god. The deli god was the demo god, not this thin, emaciated Chris Jericho that came out looking like a deflated orangutan. No, you got to be Fat Chris Jericho because Fat Chris Jericho equals money.
I was really hoping that he was going to do a Peter Griffin from Family Guy sketch where he goes into Costco as the demo god and just fucking eats as many demos as he possibly can.
Dude, that'd be fucking great. It's like, that's his gimmick. He goes like the local Costco, whatever town they're in, is like, oh, thank you. Oh, this one almond in a cup. Thank you. That's pretty good. Oh, thank you for this Olipop sample. Oh, good. Wow.
And then just as the tray of pizza rolls is finished, he grabs them and says, "Rockstar taking this, yeah, baby!" And he fucking eats them all at once in front of everybody waiting in line.
And he goes like, I'm the demo god. Yeah.
It's money. It's money, I'm telling you. Money. So, that's what's going on there. But, somebody's making some money. I'll give her props. Harley, she signed with AEW till 2029.
Nice.
She's definitely going to be a top star there. I think that Tony's eyeballing her as a world champion, and she fits into this new era in AEW where they're really emphasizing sexy ladies, which is a good thing, man. We need marketable women on TV, and AEW, they're doing that. And they're even doing marketable stuff like this with Anna Jay just showing off what she's good at. See more of that on TV, man. That's the good stuff right there.
Yeah, what you're fucking looking at now is like the hottest you got really is Stephanie Becker. Like, who else you got in WWE that's really a hot chick? You got Alexa Bliss with her deflated MILF body. You got Charlotte Flair who looks like a dude. What do you got in WWE? You got nobody. But over in AEW, they got hot chicks.
Yeah, and these chicks, they actually look good without makeup on. Some of these chicks you see without makeup, and you're just like, yikes. I'm just saying. Not to dwell too much on that, but it is time for some outlaw mud shit. So we're going to open it up with this dork wrestler who decided it would be an amazing spot to shave a child's head for no reason.
sit in the chair.
Isn't that just great wrestling? Isn't that what character development is all about? Isn't that what being a heel is all about? Doing stupid shit like that?
It's like, hey, I've got a great heel idea. Why don't I shave a kid's head? Wow, what heel heat? Like, Cornette needs to tear more into these fucking assholes.
Well, and it served no plot device. Like, for example, if a kid is going to be brought into a storyline, it should matter. Like, for example, like when Sandman and Raven were feuding, they used his son Tyler as leverage and fuel against Sandman, because Raven took his son from him, and even his son started dressing like Raven. So there was something to be used in that storyline with the child involved. Granted, it was controversial. With this, it's just literally some random kid from the crowd, and he's shaving his head for no reason, and everybody's just standing there letting it happen.
It's ridiculous. Like, where are the parents? Like, why aren't the parents jumping in the ring and kicking his ass? Do something. Like, what? Like, this kid has the worst fucking parents. Like, if anyone's like grabbing your kid and pulling him into a ring to shave their head, what? The parents aren't going to say shit. They're not going to do anything.
You know who's got some terrible parents, though? Is a girl by the name of Izzy. You might remember her from back in the day in NXT, the little Bailey girl. Her parents dragged her to the events and made her dress like Bailey. It was fucking weird. Anyways, she's a wrestler now. So she's doing weird stuff. Just turned 18, so she says, you can kiss my card. Spent the morning kissing and signing cards for this shit. I'm so excited for all my BFFs to add them to their collection. So,
can I say something mean right now?
Please, go ahead, yes.
Look, it's just like, is it mean to call her ugly?
Not if she's an adult, no. I think it's all fair game. Once you're past the age of 18, you're open to criticism.
Fair point.
That's how it is.
Fair point.
Yeah. So
fucking boring, ugly bitch who's massively overhyped. I got so fucking sick and tired of seeing this bitch in NXT every fucking week. They pin her in the crowd.
Yeah. Oh no, it was really bad, man. But these fans, they don't care. As soon as she turns 18, it's open season for them in a different way. So Vic says any man that buys these deserves to be on a register and then thrown in jail for the rest of their lives. Spot on, bro. And Eugene Dingle, this fucking retard, said, "Go fuck yourself. She's 18, and you know what? I'ma go beat my meat to her."
Beat what? I mean, like, what are you beating off to? She's ugly. She's got fried egg tits. No, like, what are you jerking off to? There's nothing there that's attractive.
Some of these weird pedos, they like the kid body. I don't know if they have tiny wieners. I don't know if they got molested when they were kids. I don't know where it comes from. But you find that they like them as petite and tiny as possible. Like a certain wrestler. Yeah. You know, it's weird, man. It's weird. And come to find out, a certain offender trained her at one time. So Jason Rance, if you don't know who this is, we'll let you know who he is. So he said 100% a lie. Pulled Cody Starbuck aside to discuss the issue, which by law I don't need to. He knew all about it. I offered private lessons for It's Izzy Mania as to not slow down the class. Private lessons, underage, considering what he's been through. Would have been better off if she wouldn't have been chokeslam risking her health/growth. Like you're really concerned about her personal well-being. Sure, bud. So for any...
maybe he is. I mean, maybe he is in a very gross way,
Could be. For anybody who doesn't know who he is, as soon as you pull up Google, this is what you get.
Ooh, yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like a baby dick pedo. I mean, this guy should be nowhere near your kid. Keep him away. Do you trust that face? Do you trust that face? Would you want to trust your trust your kid with that guy with that face? No.
He's the type of fucking weirdo that you would find, like, him stealing your children's clothes. Like, this is the type of fucking weird dude that he is. He's fucking strange.
Socks.
Yeah, just really gross shit, man. But you know what? It just seems to be a problem in pro wrestling. And you know how we were talking earlier about Punk? Well, one of Punk's proteges made her return to GCW and got a big win over Zeta Steel. Big win coming back. And remember, Zeta Steel was the woman that CM Punk introduced himself right off the bat to. As soon as she was signed to the ID program, he made it be known, welcome, get to know me a little better. And I'm personally thinking that this was going on. I think a lot of this was going on, so just saying.
Yeah, I'm just reviewing the match with my bottle of lotion. You got to make sure your skin's moisturized when you're doing wrestling reviews. I mean, come on. Don't accuse me of being a fucking dirty baby dick pedo freak. Come on. There's nothing wrong with what I'm doing.
It's perfectly natural to jack off, right? Especially when you're married and all you do is talk to young girls, never older women, never guys of your esteemed age, never even young male prospects, always young jailbait-looking women. Very strange, man. Very strange to say it.
Good point. I mean, well, and it's crazy. Like AJ and Roxanne, they all kind of look very, very petite, especially Roxanne.
Yeah.
Like she looks like she could be. Remember Chris Hansen? He'd have like the tiny little petite chick that would act as the kid.
Yeah, like the 20-year-old that looks like she's 15. Yeah, no, for real. She could be. Well, especially with her baby voice. Not a single wrinkle on her face. She's so tiny. He definitely. Let's put it this way. He has a type. Definitely has a type.
And you see it nonstop, over and over and over. It's He's a freak. He's a weirdo. But, people love Punk. They just need to see who he really is. But they don't care.
Nah, the blinders are on. That's how it is for these fans. I will say, though, that, they're doing stupid shit on the indies, and SpongeBob has somehow made a way onto the indies along with the characters from it. So here's Man Ray involved in a wrestling match.
Wait! Man Ray! What the hell is this? That son of a bitch! Man Ray owes me $8. Bastard! After all you've done, you want to show your face in Spencer, Indiana, Man Ray! You again?
I would have figured he'd get better booking, man. He was on the SpongeBob SquarePants show. Now you're on some fucking cheap indie with 10 people watching? Come on, man. You do better than that.
Grace. And he's probably going to be all like, hey, I was on SpongeBob. What have you done that's so great? And like, but seriously, and also, why are there so many fucking indie wrestling shows in like podunk towns? Go to big towns. Go to San Diego. Go to LA. Go to Dallas. Go to the big towns.
Well, it always tripped me out because, like, back in the day, they used to do that for pro wrestling. Like, I'll never forget, like, what was it, Studio 57? They had a pro wrestling show where Bam Bam Bigelow made his debut. So, it was this thing where they were using nightclubs a lot more frequently back in the day. They were using concert venues. They were stepping out of the box than just these boring-ass armories, arenas, and high school gymnasiums, They were aiming bigger. They were aiming for a more public crowd. And that's why I kind of miss the bar shows, because you brought in a different crowd. A crowd that just wasn't there for the in-ring work rate. They're there for the characters. They're in there for the sexuality. They're in there for the violence. That's what they're there for. Different time period, man. So
yeah, it was.
So somebody who was a part of that time period was Juventud Guerrera. We hadn't seen him in forever, but here he is at 50 years old, fucking up shit like usual. He can't help but fuck up. Like, this is something that he's done even back in the day. Like, he would come out to do entrances and trip over the ring steps, always trip over the ropes. They should have made it his character. I really would have liked it if they just made him a klutz, but he's still looking young for 50. I'll give him that.
Yeah, give him that. I mean, they could have given him like the clumsy luchador gimmick, but have it be kind of like an ironic thing. It's like call him like El Perfecto, the perfect luchador, and then he just like fucks everything up and like fumbles, jumbles around, botches moves left and right. Like make that his thing. Go give him a character, but nah, he's just been Juventud Guerrero, great.
Mexican Mr. Perfect would have been fucking awesome. There's the potential there, man. I'm telling you.
Like an ironic Mexican Mr. Perfect. That would have been great.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Exactly. Now, somebody else from back in the day who did some crazy shit is Jack Evans. So nowadays, he's showing proper fireworks safety for 4th of July weekend.
Well, hello. My name is Jack Evans, and this is going to be a lesson on proper fireworks safety. You're going to hold it in your hand.
No, you don't.
That is how it is done in a safe and effective manner. Thank you.
He don't care if he's blowing off his hand. He's Jack Evans. He'll grow another one.
Grow another one. It'll be fine. Like Cornette's just like, God damn it, shove it up your fucking ass and let it go. These idiots, like, these are the indie wrestlers that are now, like, if people want to know, like, why AEW is such a fucking shit show, it's because Tony Khan has surrounded himself with indie wrestlers and takes their advice. And you get idiots like this jerk-off Jack Evans, jerk-off, whatever the fuck you want to call him, booking for Tony, like, giving him advice, like, hey, Tony, I think it'd be a great idea if I shoved a firecracker up my ass on national TV. And Tony's like, okay, I just want to make you happy, okay? Like, that's why I think it's so fucked up over there.
Well, it's very much a lawless place where they let everything and anything happen. They're looking for anything to get viewers. I understand at this point, so they're letting all styles fly. That's how it is. But one thing that I really respect about Vince McMahon is they always paint him in a bad light as being this terrible person, this evil human being. But even in his dying days, in his last days, he would hope to be grateful.
And with that being said, you're just going to live forever? Is that how you feel as well? We all feel that way. Yeah. We all feel you're just going to live forever. You're an alien. You're a robot. You're one of one. That's literally what people view of you. I don't know if you know that or not.
My mom was 101 when she passed away. That's a benchmark, but I don't know. Look, I get hit by a bus today, and if I do, I want 1 second before I kick to say thank you.
To everybody.
Everybody.
Everything. for everything that has ever been done, like business, personal.
To live in this country, to all of it. You just want to be thankful that you are alive and appreciate the fact that you're alive. And I get sometimes more out of taking one big deep breath than most people do out of breathing a lifetime, because they just don't understand. And to have the privilege of being able to understand what all that means, and not take it for granted all the time. So I think if you get whacked, you get whatever. Hopefully, there's at least 1 second I can say thanks.
Well, I think you just did it there. Yeah. Although you got 26.
That's very cool for Vince to say that, especially not in character, because he said life sucks and then you die before. But to say, basically, hey, I'm an enlightened man, I'm a high-level Mason, I know what happens in the afterlife. And I know that even I have to be grateful. I mean, it's all part of, that lifestyle that he leads. I mean, when you do a certain amount of bad, you have to balance it out with good. That's just that philanthropist lifestyle. And he leads it, man. That's how he is. So, yeah, I'm sorry, go for it.
Oh, no, I mean, it's just so great to hear. And it's so true. You just be thankful that you're even alive, because there's so many people that just take for granted, oh, I'm here and my life sucks. No, you get to live. Out of all the souls in the universe that could have been incarnated into this world, you're here. And you could have been incarnated as a flower, an animal, an ant. No, you're a human being. You're sentient. You have thoughts. You have feelings. You get to be alive. You're here. It's a gift. And I think I totally agree with what Vince said. Just thank you for everything.
Absolutely. So totally agree with what Vince was saying there about being grateful. It's a very good thing. Somebody wasn't grateful at all that the t-shirt guy decided to fuck with him on a night he wasn't having it. So here's footage of Tony Kimmel getting pissed off at the t-shirt guy.
Souvenir stand. What the hell is that? What did he just do? Did he hurt? Stand. I think that hurt him. Where did he hit him? He was drinking alone. Should have been he should have had on, bro. Jesus Christ. Bullshit hit me in the fucking ball. Let him bring that gun in here and do that fucking shit again. I'll ram this thing up his fucking ass. I don't give a shit if that gun's $10,000. I'm grateful. Yeah, fucking.
So yeah, that was pretty crazy what Tony Kimmel did. I mean, wow. I mean, just you gotta be on your A game when you're dealing with WWE. That was back in the day when you had to actually be a pro and you had to have all your ducks lined up in a row. I bet you Vince probably gave props to Kimmel and just chewed that guy out for doing what he did.
I'm glad he did, and I hope he did, because this is the type of thing that we can't be dealing with, especially somebody who's the voice of WWE at the time, and you're compromising him by hitting him in the balls. No, you don't disrespect Tony Kimmel like that. So, yeah, just definitely some fucked up situation. And, I would really hope he got fired after that shit. So, that's how that went. Let's go ahead and talk about CM Punk. CM Punk is somebody that he's a very controversial figure in all companies. Recently, there was a story that came out about Matt Hardy accusing CM Punk of sabotaging his AEW Collision appearance. So, He was saying, so I get to Dynamite that night and talk with Tony, and Tony's like, yes, I want you here tomorrow. Be out there with Ethan. I definitely want you there. So he gets there, and they tell him, what do you mean I'm not needed? I just talked to Tony 3 hours ago, and he was excited. He said, let's fucking go. And really, I don't have the full authority to say, but someone stopped that from happening. I couldn't imagine it was anybody besides Punk, because that's his show, right? It was so crazy that Tony so adamantly wanted me there, saying, yes, you're going to do it. And then the next day, I couldn't fly out of Toronto until 4 o'clock. I got stuck somewhere, had to rent a car, didn't get home till 3 in the morning. That bugged the shit out of me. So there were definitely times, especially in the AEW relationship, where he was so deep in Tony's ear and got to do whatever he wanted. What happened at AEW, whatever created that, was fucking bullshit that night. I did not like it. It was a very unprofessional situation that fucks me over in real life, and actual time, it really pissed me off, as it should. You're taking what Punk was doing in his little petty bullshit moments, is he was taking food out of wrestlers' mouths. Granted, it's your show, whatever, man. At the same time, put your differences aside with people like Ryan Nemeth, with Matt Hardy, with Jack Perry. Put your differences aside to fucking make a show. And that's the biggest thing that puts this guy really aside from being a professional, is he never can do this. He can never get to a point where he's like, you know what, I'm going to just sacrifice my ego for the sake of the entertainment of the show. He can't do that. He always has to hold these grudges and fuck with people. I firmly believe that he did this, especially after hearing the other stories from Collision.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and we've heard a ton of stories from CM Punk doing this, and I think that it's true that CM Punk, I think what he does is he's very opinionated. He likes to politic and do all that bullshit. And I think it pissed off a lot of wrestlers in AEW. I think in WWE, it's kind of like, he's good with the boss, and so he can kind of get in Triple H's ear and say, I'm doing this, we're not doing that. And I think they just go with it. So...
yeah, it's really a follow the leader around there, man. And Punk seems to think that he's some sort of locker room leader. That's really sad. But back in the day, we had good locker room leaders. We had cool people like the Sandman. So Sandman in ECW, I always knew that he was kind of a weird dude. I never knew that this was his original gimmick. So take a look at the original Sandman. So here you see him coming out with a surfboard. He's got the Surfer Sting look. He's got Peaches, his wife, with him before she went full hoe for Raven. Staring at the title. It's old school ECW, back when it was Eastern Championship Wrestling, like back in '93, I believe. Everybody's got a mullet. Even the ring announcer has a mullet. Everybody's got a mullet back then, man. It was just a thing.
Yeah, it's mullet fever.
Mullet fever, exactly. So that's what's going on there. Yeah, good for Sandman. He really come a long way, from being a surfboard wielding maniac to being a Singapore cane wielding alcoholic maniac. So hell of a character transformation there.
Yeah, I'm seriously. I mean, and hey, good for him. He went on to become a wrestling legend. I mean, people are still fans of him to this day. So good.
That they are. And they're also fans of another ECW legend, RVD. So he was recently telling a story with Maven about the first time that he ever took a hit.
You want in on it, dude? You know what? It's been over 20 years since I took a hit. But you know what? I'm in your home. I've always been told that when you're in someone's home and they offer,
You do as they do.
absolutely. It's rude if you don't. Well, I know it's on a lot of people's